Imagine being confronted with a high-pressure situation, surrounded by chaotic noise, expectations weighing heavily on your shoulders, and an avalanche of tasks piling up. But even amidst all this turmoil, you remain calm, composed, and in control. You don't just cope. You thrive. You turn stress into strength, harnessing the energy of pressure to propel you forward. Welcome to the art and science of transforming stress into a powerful tool for growth. Now, let's be clear. Stress is not inherently bad. Stress can be a potent motivator, a signal that we need to change something in our lives, or a catalyst for growth and evolution. However, chronic, unmanaged stress can be detrimental to our health and well-being. The key lies in how we perceive and manage stress, and this is where self-control and calmness come into play. Let's embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment, where we will unlock the secrets of turning stress into strength. We will explore the role of self-control, the power of calmness, and the science-backed strategies that can help you redefine your relationship with stress. Picture yourself standing at the foot of a towering mountain. The mountain represents your stress, fears, and challenges. It's intimidating, seemingly insurmountable. However, with the right tools and techniques, you can not only climb this mountain but also use the experience to become stronger, more resilient. This is what our journey will entail. Firstly, we will delve into the concept of self-control, often referred to as willpower or discipline. We will investigate how this internal skill can act as a shield against stress and a catalyst for personal growth. We'll identify practical strategies to enhance our self-control and apply it to stressful situations, turning them into opportunities instead of threats. Next, we will turn our attention to the art of staying calm. The ability to remain tranquil even in the midst of chaos is a true mark of mastery. It's the calm mind that can think clearly, make rational decisions, and navigate through life's storms with grace and resilience. In the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives, we often encounter situations that cause us stress. These situations can range from minor inconveniences to major life-changing events. But they all have one thing in common: they can significantly affect our mental and physical health. However, what if I told you there's a way to not only cope with this stress, but also transform it into strength? Yes, you heard it right. Today, we'll explore how to turn stress into strength, emphasizing the power of self-control and the mastery of calmness. Life is a roller coaster of challenges and opportunities. Each day brings a unique set of circumstances that can either uplift us or bring us down. In such a world, stress is almost inevitable. It's a common reaction to demanding or threatening situations, producing a surge of energy that prepares you to either fight or flee. But it's important to remember that not all stress is bad. In fact, stress can be a powerful motivator, pushing us to perform at our best and overcome obstacles. However, the problem arises when we let stress control us instead of the other way around. When stress becomes chronic, it can have severe repercussions on our health, leading to conditions like depression, anxiety, and even heart disease. That's why it's crucial to learn how to manage and control our stress levels effectively. This is where the power of self-control comes into play. Self-control is the ability to manage your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in ways that align with your long-term goals. It plays a crucial role in stress management, allowing you to stay focused and calm under pressure. By exercising self-control, you can prevent stress from spiraling out of control and instead use it as a source of strength. Imagine if, instead of letting stress drain your energy, you could harness it to propel you forward. Imagine a world where you could use stress as a tool for personal growth and development. This is not just a fantasy. It's entirely possible with the right mindset and tools, alongside self-control. Mastering calmness is another essential skill in managing stress. Being calm doesn't mean being passive or indifferent. Stress, in its most primal form, is a survival mechanism. It's a biological response to a perceived threat or danger, real or imagined. This reaction, often referred to as the fight or flight response, involves a complex interplay of hormones and physiological changes that prepare the body for action. Heart rate increases, muscles tense up, your breath quickens. You're ready to take on whatever challenge comes your way. Stress isn't inherently bad. In fact, a certain amount of stress can be beneficial. sharpening our focus, boosting productivity, and even enhancing creativity. It's what spurs us on to meet tight deadlines, prepares us for important presentations, and fuels our competitive spirit in sports. This type of stress, known as acute stress, is temporary and can actually make us stronger, both mentally and physically. However, when stress becomes chronic, when it's constantly present in our lives without respite, that's when it becomes a problem. Chronic stress can lead to a host of health issues, from insomnia and digestive problems to depression and heart disease. It can affect our mood, relationships, work performance, and overall quality of life. And yet, despite its negative connotations, stress doesn't have to be our enemy. If we can learn to understand it, to harness it, and use it to our advantage, we can transform it into a source of strength. So, let's take a closer look at stress. It is a response triggered by the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal hyperaxis, a complex set of interactions between three glands: the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the adrenal glands. When a stressor is perceived, the hypothalamus is stimulated and produces corticotropic-releasing hormone, GRH. This signals the pituitary gland to release adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH, which then prompts the adrenal glands to produce cortisol. The primary stress hormone, cortisol, plays a crucial role in the stress response. It mobilizes glucose to provide energy for the body to respond to the stressor, suppresses non-emergency bodily functions like the immune response and digestion, and even influences our memory formation. Once the stressor is gone, cortisol levels should naturally decline, and the body returns to its normal state. But with chronic stress, the body is constantly in fight or flight mode. With cortisol levels remaining high, this constant state of high alert can wreak havoc on the body, leading to the potential health problems mentioned earlier. Understanding the principles of self is the cornerstone of turning stress into strength. This involves deep introspection and understanding of your own character, values, beliefs, and emotions. The principles of self are essentially the guiding rules that govern our thoughts, decisions, and actions. They are the bedrock of our identity, the foundation of our personality, and the compass that guides us through the labyrinth of life. The first principle of self is self-awareness. This is the ability to recognize and understand your own character, feelings, motives, and desires in the context of stress. Self-awareness allows you to acknowledge when you're feeling stressed and understand what's causing that stress. This understanding is the first step to managing stress effectively. For instance, if you recognize that your stress stems from having too many tasks to handle, you may choose to delegate some tasks or improve your time management skills. The second principle of self is self-control. This is the ability to control one's emotions, desires, and behavior in order to achieve long-term goals. When you have self-control, you can prevent stress from overwhelming you and causing negative reactions. Instead, you can choose to respond to stress in a more constructive and calm manner. This doesn't mean that you ignore or suppress your stress. Rather, it means you manage your reactions to stress in a way that helps you maintain your composure and make rational decisions. The third principle of self is self-esteem. This is the overall sense of personal value or self-worth. Having a healthy self-esteem is critical to managing stress because it enables you to believe in your ability to handle stress and overcome challenges. If you believe that you are capable and competent, you will be more likely to face stress head-on rather than avoid it. Additionally, high self-esteem can help you view stressful situations as opportunities to learn and grow rather than as threats. The fourth principle of self is self-compassion. This is the ability to treat yourself with kindness and understanding when facing suffering or perceived inadequacies. Self-compassion allows you to acknowledge that experiencing stress is a normal part of life, and it's okay to not handle every situation perfectly. When we speak of mastering calmness, we're venturing into a territory where the mind and body conspire to form a serene and balanced state of being. This is a place where the tumultuous waves of stress are calm and replaced by the smooth flow of tranquility and inner strength. In the face of stress, our bodies instinctively react with the fight or flight response. However, we can train ourselves to respond differently. That's where self-control comes in. Instead of allowing stress to control our reactions, we can harness it and turn it into a source of strength. The first step towards this is becoming acutely aware of our bodies and minds. This awareness is cultivated through mindfulness, a concept that has its roots in ancient Eastern practices, but has found a home in modern psychology. Mindfulness is about being present, experiencing each moment as it unfolds without judgment or distraction. It's about being aware of your physical sensations, your thoughts, your emotions, even your breath. In the face of stress, mindfulness allows us to step back and observe our reactions without being swept away by them. Instead of letting stress dictate our actions, we can choose how we respond. This is the essence of self-control. Making conscious choices instead of being driven by automatic reactions. To cultivate mindfulness, consider starting a meditation practice. Even a few minutes a day can make a difference. There are numerous meditation techniques, but they all share a common goal: to bring your attention back to the present moment. When you meditate, you might focus on your breath, a word or phrase, or the sensations in your body. When your mind wanders, as it inevitably will, gently bring your attention back to your focal point. With practice, you'll become better at noticing when your mind has wandered and bringing it back to the present. As you become more mindful, you'll also become more aware of your stress triggers. These are the situations, people, or thoughts that cause your stress levels to spike. By identifying your stress triggers, you can start to develop strategies to deal with them. We've discussed the concept of stress transformation and how it can be the key to not only enduring adversity, but also using it as a springboard for personal growth and development. Now, let's delve into the practical aspect of this idea and learn how to apply stress transformation in our daily lives. Let's start at the beginning of the day. When you wake up, you're often confronted with a flurry of thoughts about the tasks ahead. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and stressed. But remember, stress is not an external force that you have to surrender to. It's an internal reaction that you can control. So, when you wake up, instead of letting stress consume you, try to view these tasks as opportunities for growth. At this point, you might ask, how can I turn a stressful task into a growth opportunity? Here's the secret. It's all about your mindset. When faced with a challenging task, instead of thinking, this is too hard, I can't do it, try thinking, this will make me stronger. By doing so, you're not denying the existence of stress. Rather, you're choosing to view it as a stepping stone towards becoming a more resilient individual. Now, let's move to the workplace. Work-related stress is a common reality for many. Here, stress transformation plays a pivotal role. Start by identifying the source of your stress. Is it a demanding boss, tight deadlines, or a heavy workload?